The Moonshot Summer Institute is a week-long professional development training in early literacy produced by the Learning Alliance. We provide educators hands-on dynamic learning experiences as students themselves as part of a professional learning community, so they have the skills, tools, and knowledge that they need to go support their students to become literate, compassionate, creative citizens who will improve our world. This year, we've launched a new experience, Applied Literacy 201, for the educators who have completed the 101 Enriched Literacy experience. This means that they get to learn strategies to deepen comprehension with their students and how to provide opportunities for students to develop writing skills with purpose. This week is designed around the Enriched Literacy framework, which includes social emotional literacy, foundational literacy, and applied literacy. We create the social and emotional conditions for students to be able to learn so we can teach them those foundational literacy skills and offer authentic opportunities for them to apply their learning in meaningful ways.
We organized our work this week around essential questions, and an essential question from the book we read, The Wild Robot, was, what makes an amazing life? And then we read the book very carefully to examine that question. But we examined that essential question in a variety of different art forms. In the visual arts, when we use the arts to examine an idea in literature, we have the text on the page, but we can often get at the subtext, what's underneath the language that we're reading. We can get the feeling and the tone, maybe the character's motivation, something that we can portray in the arts, or a student can portray it in the arts, possibly symbolically or through the expressions on the characters' faces and their drawings. In theater and in movement, we can really capture the kinesthetic meanings behind what we're reading. All of the arts that we're working with this week are in the service of comprehension and deeper comprehension, and being able to go into the story and into the text and figure out what are the character's motivations, the writer's intent behind the text. If it's an exploration and sort of building understanding, we're giving our young people more tools to arrive at that end.
One of the, I think, innovations of this week was combining makerspaces with literacy experiences. We really wanted to bridge the text, The Wild Robot, the book, with the makerspace. The makerspace is a way of actually learning concepts by making something with your hands. So for instance, we actually had them build circuits and build robots from a variety of parts. They were frustrated with the process, they made a lot of mistakes, and that's another lesson of the makerspace, that you can work through your mistakes to arrive at a place where you've created a product that you're proud of. Performance cycle is really a way of building experiences around text. So an example of an activity with the performance cycle is reading a page of The Wild Robot. One of the pages is about observations. The wild robot observes aspects of the natural world and writes a little piece about them. So we read the wild robot's observations, and then participants went into the natural world around the school. They went outside the classroom and they created their own list of observations, and they drew pictures of what they saw, and we performed those observations. So there's a real energy between the original core text, The Wild Robot, and the writing that comes from the students or the participants.
It's always great to have a lot of our teachers participate in these professional development opportunities, especially since we know that they're taking time out of their summer vacation to come and do this, to better themselves and to learn things that are going to support their students and bring their students to new learning. This was a great opportunity this summer because they had 2 sessions, and so really it was a great time to get to really know them on a different level that didn't necessarily have to focus with things I was asking them to do. It had to do with things where we were all learning together. We were all stepping outside of our own boxes a little bit, trying new activities, new strategies, sharing ideas from one another in a way that was non-threatening. It was, open and free for everyone to contribute in an equal manner. And so it's always great to see a lot of our teachers taking that opportunity and really sharing with others and continuing to learn and grow.
The biggest takeaway that I have from this week is that our community has a gift in the Learning Alliance. I've said it a million times. But because of that, and because of the wildly incredible educators that are in this school district, we are better together. I mean, we literally are better as a community. And just having those people to bounce those ideas off of, and having those people who are so passionate about what we do with kids, and having that same energy is important to an entire year of school to prepare for whoever comes in through the threshold of your classroom.